Hello, we will discuss the equivalent circuit of rotor of a three-phase induction motor in today's lecture. The rotor current equation we have already discussed in the previous lecture. I2 is given by S E2S R2 square plus S X2S square root, where I2 is the rotor current and S is the slip. E2S is the EMF induced in rotor at standstill, and R2 is the rotor resistance. X2S is the rotor reactance at standstill. Now this SE2S is the EMF induced in the rotor under running conditions. The slip has a variable value depending upon the load. The slip varies. Therefore, this voltage is a variable voltage represented here by an inductance value. E2 is equal to SE2S. So it is shown variable here because S is variable. S is not constant. E2S is constant, no doubt. S is variable. Next is the resistance of the rotor winding is shown here, R2, and current flowing I2 is shown on the circuit, and SX2S is the rotor reactance per phase. It is also variable because value of slip is variable. Slip is not constant. So X2 is equal to X2S is represented by this symbol of the reactance, which is shown variable here. So this is the equivalent circuit of the rotor drawn with the help of this equation. But this equation have slip in numerator as well as in denominator. So its solution of the equation will be complicated. Let us simplify it and try to draw the simplified equivalent circuit of rotor. Simplified equivalent circuit of rotor can be drawn by dividing the numerator and denominator of this equation by slip S. Dividing the numerator by slip S, here it is this is dividing this by slip cancels out, E2S, and dividing this by S means 1 over S. Here if we write in the square root, it will be 1 over S square, so it becomes R2 over S2 square plus X2S square. Here S square cancels with this S, so this equation becomes I2 is equal to E2S divided by R2 over S whole square plus X2S square whole square root. This is the equation for current, rotor current under running conditions, but we have modified it by dividing numerator and denominator by slip. Now the circuit, equivalent circuit is also modified. Now the E2S, the EMF induced, have no variable term, so this is removed and now it is a fixed EMF induced E2S here, and X2S have no variable term with it, so X2 is, in this case it was variable, now we show it fixed value X2S. Now R2 is divided by S in this equation. R2 divided by S, it means the resistance vector, it will be now variable. In this case there were two variables, EMF and reactance. Now there is only one variable term, that is R2 over S. So equation is mathematically simplified somewhat, but further we will simplify it further. What we will do, the resistance R2 over S, this resistance R2 over S is divided into two parts. We know that resistance R2 is already there. This is the resistance of the rotor winding per phase, EMF of the induced EMF of the rotor per phase and reactance per phase. R2 and X2S are there. These are the parameters of the rotor. So we will take out R2 out of this R2 over S, and remaining we will represent here as variable. Now if we take out R2 from R2 over S, what we get? So R2 divided by S minus R2, it is equal to R2 into 1 minus S over S. If we solve it, taking LCM as S, we can see this becomes SR2, R2 minus SR2 over S, taking R2 out, 1 minus S over R2 into 1 minus S over S. If we rewrite this equation by shifting R2 to right hand side, we get R2 over S is equal to R2 plus R2 into 1 minus S over S. So we can say that R2 over S can be represented as R2 plus R2 into 1 minus S over S. R2 is divided into two parts. It is R2 plus R2 into 1 minus S over S. Let us show it on the diagram. Here R2 over S is represented into two parts. R2 here, R2 into 1 minus S over S, which is shown variable, it is here. Now the diagram has the parts. E2S is the EMF induced at standstill. R2 is the resistance of rotor per phase. X2S reactance of the rotor per phase at standstill. And this R2 into 1 minus S over S. This resistance is not of the winding, but it represents the load on the motor, or the R2 into 1 minus S is a fictitious resistance representing load on the motor. This is a fictitious resistance which represents load. It means, for example, the power consumed by this resistance I2 square R2, it will give us the copper losses of rotor copper losses, the power lost in electrical power loss, we can say to it. And this reactance does not consume any power. The power consumed by this resistance, it will be multiplying it by square of the current I2 square R2 1 minus S over S. It is the electrical power converted into mechanical power, which is the function of the motor. Now we can find out how much electrical power is converted into electrical power by knowing this resistance R2 into 1 minus S over S multiplied by I2 square. This is our electrical power converted into mechanical power. Again we can see that this power also depends upon slip. As the slip increases, this power also varies. This is regarding the simplified equivalent circuit of the rotor. So we have the EMF induced in the rotor resistance, rotor reactance, and one fictitious resistance we have found which represents the electrical power converted into mechanical power. Now let us draw the phasor diagram of this circuit. If we take current as a reference vector I2, this is as reference vector, the voltage drop in this resistance, it is I2 into R2, it is represented parallel to the current that it will come on the line of the current. So this loss is I2 R2, and voltage drop in this resistance I2 R2, into 1 minus S over S on the same line. These two voltage drops are added because resistive drops always come in line with the current or parallel with the current. The sum total of R2 and R2 into 1 minus S over S, we know it is R2 over S. So I2 R2 over S is the total resistance of the rotor circuit. I2 R2 over S is the voltage drop due to total resistance of the circuit, which is R2 over S. Now reactive drop in this reactance of the rotor, it is reactive drop is always at an angle of 90 degree to the current. So from here we can write down at 90 degree, we can draw this vector, which is I2 into X to S. Now the voltage drop in this resistance plus voltage drop in this resistance plus voltage drop in this reactance will be resulted as EMF induced. Now this vector plus this vector plus this vector, and resultant is from starting position to final position, this is E to S. So this diagram is called the vector diagram of rotor of a three-phase induction motor. Here angle between E2S and I2 is phi 2. This phi 2 is the power factor angle. Cos of this angle, cos phi 2, is the power factor of the rotor. Power factor of the rotor. Now let us further see the EMF equation. Now from here we can write that E2S is equal to current multiplied by impedance. Current multiplied by impedance. I2 into R2 over S, which is sum of these two resistances. Here this is R2 over S plus X2S whole square multiplied by the current will be E2S hypotenuse. Cos of phi 2 is in this triangle. If we see, this is the base and this is hypotenuse. The cos of this angle phi 2, it will be base, that is R2 over S, divided by impedance R2 over S square plus X2S square whole square root. The cos of phi 2 is having the formula resistance over impedance. So this is how we can find out various parameters of the rotor, and at standstill what are their values and how the slip affects the various values. Thank you.